Everyone, welcome part 2 of Trial 3. Let's continue. Last time, shit got real. So far, I believe the Himiko is the most likely to be the killer. I don't believe that. I still don't know who the killer is. Sadly, it's probably not Himiko. Because, I don't know. She's not annoying this chapter. Well, this trial. But, you know, who the hell knows? It might get really annoying. She hasn't talked really much about magic, so that's good.
Absolutely right. Hey, Daddy! All right.
I hate monochrome theaters. They're not that good. I mean, I haven't really read them. Let's resume the trial.
Ooh, this is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Why are you doing that?
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary.
Logic does not compute.
Yeah, I understand, Monodome.
Did you hear something? No, I didn't hear anything.
Why are you guys ignoring Monodome?
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns.
How?
So round, so sweet, so delicious. That doesn't sound scary at all.
Thank God. I looked over, and I thought I wasn't recording.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Did you hear something? No, I didn't hear anything.
He's gonna kill both you at the end of this trial.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Donkey Lips.
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening. I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
Yes, I wonder.
And now, you're all saying I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The hell is it? Oh, is this a dead body? Okay, this is a dead person.
The game if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial.
Our lives, but okay.
Shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Miko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
Okay, wow, shots
I
fired.
also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Oh, this is a long trial because we haven't even
Performing
freaking solved who
seance in
killed
that room
Angie.
was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone
Yes.
steered her into picking that room?
That's
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
say something.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms,
What he could teach? Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. What could you do?
Trap two.
I agree.
Yep.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I want to say this right now. That was a big audio spark. Sorry. I no longer think Himiko did it. The only person I could think that did it is maybe Kyo. He's the only person I think that could kill Toko. Don't know if he killed Angie though. But, you know, it's likely he did, but you know, they did say that there are 2 killers in this one. Well, they hinted that there might be 2 killers. But I'm pretty sure Kyo killed. He killed Toko at least. Because he's pushing the Himiko thing way too hard.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit's in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason
what?
to suspect Himiko, right?
She's not clear yet.
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you? Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
Excuse me. I'm sorry I ruined that moment.
Right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll
Woo!
fight alongside everyone and survive.
Is this your redemption arc where you stop being an annoying character and you start getting good?
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual.
Nah, I just did that when I burped during that
well
sentimental
said,
moment.
Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Woo, yeah, Soul Bro.
Soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards... Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic.
You know how I said that maybe this is her redemption arc? Where she starts to get good? Apparently that's not so. She's gonna keep up this magic shit.
That's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Ah. Yeah. This is why Kyu is basically the prime suspect.
Because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime. Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Woo! I was right. Let's find. Wait, was I right? Let's find out if I've made 100 types of mistakes.
It has to be you,
I was right.
Kyo. Was it?
Kyo, yep.
Whatever are you talking about?
Wow, you sound really fucking
Talking about
annoyed.
Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
I
Because
think
you
it's
were the one
obvious.
who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, The person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
Yeah! I don't know why I made that noise. Kyo, bestest buddy in the whole wide world. I was liking your character. Why you have to die? I knew you were gonna die, but why? I'm starting to like your character too. Kyo, you good?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is
Yeah.
how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So,
Yep.
do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Fuck. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Did you figure it out?
Smell?
That's it.
What? Okay.
The culprit
I
used
get it.
touch. They didn't see. They felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No! Don't do this to me!
I see now.
Oh, whew. I wasn't sure at first.
That's
I
it.
had no idea what he
magic
could have
circle.
used.
They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floor.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic
Well-
circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong. Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check? Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain.
What? You have
I don't
another
any way to
little
check it now.
tool?
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle
Can
anymore.
you do it? Do you have video?
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out!
Ow!
Right!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
She is pissed at you, like, how fucking dare you use my invention to blind me of all people.
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With
What
it,
did-
we might be
wait,
able to
what?
save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Are you gonna poop it out? Oh god, it came out your mouth!
I also used magic like that before.
This printout
Oh.
is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
There's lines connected to the corners.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice?
There! This helped a lot, Kibo.
The lines connect
Without
to the
you,
corner.
I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched the room's corners. Which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah.
Yes,
was
but what
it
did you
were
make
saying
it
about
for?
its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically,
What?
Kibo used that function every day to analyze my turds.
What?
Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for
What
a
the
woman's
fuck?
natural beauty, so...
Can we not talk about this right now?
This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Kyo, you
Thank
killed
you.
Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction. Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion. Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi.
What?
Do entertain me.
Can we not do this right now? You're starting to creep me out a little bit. You're a cool guy, but yeah, just a tiny bit.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words!
That's bullshit.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That
Me, are
was
you
done
okay?
by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
She is horrified. She's dead.
It's correct. Then why not give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
Alas. Dude, you're just becoming cooler. You're insane and psychopathic, but I love it.
Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed
Kill
by
me.
Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra
It
move,
is
right?
meaningless.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial
Oh,
is the
damn,
culprit
shots
who
fired.
killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I want you guys to know that I forgot about that extra rule. I don't know how I forgot about that. If Kyo really isn't the person that killed Angie, then he will not die.
Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly.
Which I'm a little happy about.
There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that.
I bet it's
Any way
going
you
to.
look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you. Wow!
Oh no!
The argument is getting intense. At times like this. The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yippee! I've
Yay!
been waiting for this!
Why were you?
You
waiting
look so
for?
hyped! Mono key activate! I'm so sorry, Gonta. You're surrounded by death.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
So many death.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kibo, we don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
What?
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both
that-
murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just...
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
I don't have anything to say.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo, we don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect...
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death.
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Okay, these are getting... This is getting more and more difficult.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second Blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just...
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
This is our answer!
I win! Full counter. Break!
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder. This is it!
This?
The
Oh my god,
blood
how'd I get
found
that?
Under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
That's it! The
Got it
bloodstain
again.
wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
Angie's, right? It should be Angie's.
That's it!
Yeah, world's greatest detective. Alright.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot. And I could be lying right now, too.
Yeah, I know. Please, you're a cool character, just stop lying!
But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
I'm just gonna hold my hat and look really suspicious. Woo! This is getting hectic.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her
What?
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
Also, yeah, agreed. I missed the V count.
I agree. That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, her kinky wax.
No, maybe.
No. Angie was gonna use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood underfloor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be Atua's will. Or maybe the power.
Stop it!
It's neither.
Thank God.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
Okay.
This is it! The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her
Woo!
off.
This close. Woo!
All clear. This is all. What are you all talking
Are you
about?
okay?
all clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear?
He's turning into a zombie!
What are you all... You what? What? I will not fear. I will not back down. Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
What is going on? Why are you a woman? What is going on?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Listen to me. I'm going to need you to explain shit in detail about what the fuck is going on.
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson. Yes, you're right. Okay.
No! Mama.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
Okay, you know what? I'm glad. A little part of me is glad this guy is being accused because we get to see one of the best performances in this game so far. You're screaming a lot. Please don't yell at me. I need an adult. Man, we've been having a lot of sword fights.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Wait, what?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence.
I cut that by mistake!
I'll cut through your words.
I won?
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under...
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been a...
Please tell me you're not going to start doing magic and a tool shit, because that's going to get annoying, and I'm just going to shoot it.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Are you going to make me pick him again? How about the man who's having a mental breakdown right now? You know, that guy. Yeah. He couldn't possibly be the killer.
It has to be you. It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part
Wait,
of
which
the
one
plan.
wasn't part of the plan?
Huh? Which one?
Probably Angie's.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tango wasn't accident?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with the seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then, we should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tanko.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself,
What is
Corinthian.
going on? Do you have a split personality?
Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
I was like, he's like, what the fuck does she... What goes through her mind?
You're wrong. There is.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
So are you actually a woman? Or a guy?
Apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
This is getting crazy.
Seriously, what
Don't
the hell's
know.
happening?
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Apologize. I told you I am not the culprit. You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Floorboard.
It ends here!
I still can't tell if you are a guy or a girl!
Kyo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I was a little retarded during that.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the bloodstain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood would splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means that Britt knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie. I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with a floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even Tenko's murder already.
Oh, it's true. This is the...
You okay?
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Chief, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Okay.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Kyo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
This is the truth of the case!
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. Britt was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko, in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Damn, that was a long one. That was annoying. Oh my god. Now please explain to me why you killed these why you needed to kill.
Sweet Correcchio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
What?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
No, let him explain with the voice acting.
Roger that! One voting time coming up!
The heart racing excitement as...
The heart-racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off!
It's voting time!
Monodum? Ha! Who is the murderer? I think it might be this guy.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right?
Whoops. Sorry, he says the same thing all the time. The verdict? And we're done.
Wah! Absolutely right! All right!
For now,
No.
Right!
Oh?
Hey!
Hey!
Shut up!
What?
Yeah?
Yes.
For the one I love.
There is someone that I love. I love her with all
The
my
hell is
heart,
this?
and she loves me with all her heart. Yes, We vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate.
Look at that butt.
None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love. No matter what anyone says.
What?
Don't tell me.
Wonderful.
Wait!
Yeah.
Oh God.
Kersploosh!
Did you just say Kersploosh?
Hey!
Hey,
You see, sister.
Huh?
Wait!
Right?
Wait!
Whatever is the matter? I loved her so deeply, and she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth. The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
Okay, you need to calm the fuck down, dude.
For my beloved sister.
Always messing around.
No.
I had. Wait, what?
Huh? Sister. However, huh? Do you understand? For my beloved sister.
Huh? Incomprehensible.
Sister. Yes.
Ah! Stop doing that.
What?
I am Korekio's older sister.
What?
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yes. I am pleased. Sister. Korekio.
Are you serious?
I told you.
Ew.
Well,
What was that?
Because
Unacceptable.
So you're sort of like Genocide. You're like the opposite of Genocide Jack. She only killed guys who she thought were cute. You only kill cute girls who you think would be good friends for your sister.
Huh? I... Wonderful.
Besides Maki and Miu.
Yeah? Why, you?
Then...
Excellent. Wonderful.
Huh?
But
Can this be? Beautiful. Well,
No way!
let's see. For my beloved sister!
Dude, seriously. I'm glad you're sort of dying, but damn it, I wish you would have stayed around a little longer.
are you okay?
However...
What is that?
Correcchio.
Oh dear.
Why? But how?
Do not worry.
That's right.
He is insane. And I love it.
Sister.
What was that?
Well,
Yeah, it's true. Death is unfair.
and another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Shut up!
You got me.
So then... Sister. Sister.
Correcchio.
Oh. It's punishment time!
I'm interested to see what his punishment is.
Sister.
That's right.
What?
Therefore, from an anthropological point of view, yes.
What was that?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I shall observe. That's right.
Humanity is beautiful.
It's punishment time!
Let's do this, bear! Forward. What is happening? What? He became a ghost! That's his sister! What? Two things. One, Monokuma just exorcised a ghost. He killed a ghost. Two. Okay, actually there's three things. Monokuma killed a ghost. Two. His sister. He was about to meet his sister right before he was dead, which is more despair on his part. And three. Sister's kind of hot.
How can this be?
What is wrong with
Yay!
That's right!
Hey.
Eh?
Well now. Wah, 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 wah.
You?
I told you. What's the point?
Eh?
Oh yeah. So long. Farewell.
Always messing around. Of course!
You're right.
Go to do his best.
You're right.
Okay. That's right. Got a minute?
Oh.
Actually,
But... well, you know... Shit.
How rude!
But you know... I believe in you.
Okay. Well, of course.
Hey, hey! How exciting!
No way!
Seems like everything is settling down for now.
You all right?
Hey. Okay.
Oh.
You're so dumb.
Huh?
Because I'm a liar. But...
right?
nuh-uh. Because... Hey!
There you go. Let it all out.
Damn it.
We're all crying, it's okay.
Is she hard
Why
to
would she
carry?
be hard to carry for Gunter? He lifted a manhole cover that weighed like a ton.
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
Huh?
Well...
But...
Got it.
Okay.
Ha!
Okay.
Got it.
What?
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
Kinda no! You can't die again! Hold on, I'm not stupid. Okay, everyone, it's been Natsu Jigoku playing Danganronpa. I'm exhausted. That trial took a very long time. Goodbye. Subscribe. Comment. And like.